Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In my previous videos, I showed how to create HTTP GET, POST, and PUT methods. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can implement patch and delete methods from your Salesforce flow. To perform this action, I'm going to use RESTful API website again. It is publicly available. Anybody can use this website. So what I am going to do in this video, I am going to use the patch method to partially update an existing record and then delete this record from external system database. Before starting implementing of patch and delete method, let's talk a little bit about patch and delete methods. Patch method is used for both partially update of any records in external system and needs body, which includes updated data to be sent to external system. In this body, we have to provide ID of the record, which is updated. Patch method updates given fields in the body. Delete method is also used to delete the specified record in external system. Like post, put, and patch method, delete method also needs ID of the record. But we don't need to send anybody. We just need to send ID for delete action. Okay, after a brief description, in this example, we are going to implement patch and delete methods to update existing record and then delete it. To implement this, we will first use our post method, which we have created in our previous video, to create a new record and get ID of this record. Then we will create new flow to implement HTTP patch and delete methods with using ID of this record. Let's start our example. As you know, the first thing that I need to do before starting flow is to create external credential and name credential. So let's go to name credential in setup. Name credential. As you see, we have created external and name credential in our previous video for RESTful API website. So we can use them. You can watch my previous video to learn how to create them. Let's go over briefly on those credentials. Okay, click on the external credential. As you see, name is the REST API. Let's click it. In the authentication protocol, choosing the custom, and in the principal, we have created a principal and assigned this principal to user using permission set. Okay, let's go to name credential. This is our name credential, REST API name credential. We have given the base URL here of the external system and enabled for the callouts and choose the external credential REST API. So before starting flow, those are prerequisites need to be done. Now we are ready to create a new flow to implement HTTP patch and delete method. Okay, the next step is creating flow. But before starting flow, let's go to RESTful API website and see which information we can send to external system to update and delete a record. Let's first click patch. As you know, in patch method, we have to create request body, includes updated information. And this is the response, sample response body. So we will get all needed information from the external system. Okay, let's click delete. To delete a record, we just need to send an ID. We don't need the request body. As you see, we will send ID in path URL. This is the ID. In delete method, we will get response body. And this response body includes the message of the external system. So we will use this message in our screen flow. So if both methods are implemented successfully, we will get status 200. That means that the record is updated or deleted successfully. Now, we are ready to create a flow. Let's go to our org and write the flow. And click new flow. Choose screen flow. Okay, first let's add a screen element as we did before. Choose a screen element. And in this screen element, we will add text components to get the ID, which is must for update and delete, and get only name of the PC and the price. So let's add them one by one. First, add a text. Let's add text and give the label as an ID. This is mandatory, so we can click the require. Also, this is the text for ID. And let's add another one. And this one, PC name. Okay, so this is the ID which we will use in patch and the delete method. And this is the PC name which will be updated. And let's add number to get the price. Okay, let's write the price. And finally, give the name for the screen element. Let's give get PC information to be updated and deleted. And let's go to footer. Use the custom label. Let's write patch update and hide previews and pause. Okay, the screen element is ready. Click done. So we will get all needed information from the user via this screen element. Now we have to assign those data into the request body for patch method. Therefore, we need an assignment element just here. But before creating an assignment element, we have to create the HTTP callout action to define patch method and have Apex class to serialize request body to JSON. So, as I said in my previous videos, same as in post put method, in patch method, we also have to first create HTTP callout action and then add assignment element before this action element in flow. Okay. Now I'm going to create an action. Click action element. And here you see create, click the create HTTP callout. Let's give a name, HTTP patch callout. And in the name credential, choose the REST API. Okay, click next. This is the base URL. Click next. Okay, let's choose invocable action. Give a name. Assign HTTP patch invocable. And as a method, choose the patch. Okay, in the path URL, we have to give the path URL. So let's go to website and to get the web path URL, click the patch, and this part is the path URL. Let's copy this one and put it here. And here we also have to give our record ID as a path URL right after the path URL. So to do this, we can add key parameter to get the ID at the end of the path URL. We can do this adding key inside the curly bracket. Let's add curly brackets and let's give the name ID this key parameter. Okay, let's click. And as you see, we have the key parameter. Name is ID. The data type, choose the string. Okay, we can enter the key parameter for the ID. We don't need the query parameters right now. Let's skip this part. And the sample request. Since we want to implement patch method, we have to provide sample request in JSON format. So let's go to API page, REST API page. As you see, we have to give sample request body. This is sample request body. But in my example, I don't want to update only name. I also want to update price. So I am not going to use this body. I will use the sample body, which includes name and price. So I will go to flow and click the sample request, new, and I will give this sample request. Here, we will have name and also we will have the price. These fields will be updated. Okay, let's click review and we get the data structure. Click done. Okay. We provide the sample request. Right now, we have to provide the sample response. Click new and go to REST API website. And this is the response body. Choose this one, copy and paste here. Okay, let's click review and we get the data structure. Okay, click done. And HTTP callout action is ready. Let's click save. Okay. Now we are again on action page. Let's give a name for this action. HTTP patch action. Since we have to send ID as a path value, let's assign ID from our screen element, which user can enter. This is the screen component and this is the ID. Okay, we assign our ID as a key parameter. And for the request body, let's click here and choose the new resource. As you see, we have the Apex defined class. And let's give a name, my patch callout. Leave the rest as is. We will use this Apex class in assignment element. Click done. Okay, we have already created HTTP callout action. Click done. This is our HTTP patch action. Now we can assign our inputs comes from screen element to the request body. As I said before, we will add an assignment element right before the action element. Let's add an assignment and give a name. Let's give assign values to be updated. And let's set variable values. Click here. As you see, we have the Apex defined variables. This is our Apex defined variables, my patch callout. Let's assign variable one by one. Here, click, and this is name. Click name and equals our screen element is the name. And add another one. And choose the Apex defined variables. And the price here equals our screen components price. Okay, we are done. Click done. We set all variables, and this is our action. Now, the last step is to show the response as we did in our previous videos. Before showing response, we can have a decision element as a best practice if the callout is performed successfully. So for that, let's add a decision element here. In here, we will look if the response status is 200. Let's give a name as is status 200 or patch. And let's write label as a yes. No. And let's put condition here. As you can see, we get the actions output here, and this is our response code. Let's choose this one, and the equals 200. Done. Okay, we have the yes path and no path. After that, let's go to yes path and add a screen element to show the success messages. Let's add a display text. Give a name. Let's write this display patch result. And let's write the message. Your PC information. You can write any messages here. Has been updated successfully. Here is the information. Which is complete. Let's put all fields which we will update. Let's first write PC name. Let's click the resource picker, and in action, our response body is in this part. Click this one and choose the name. Okay. Let's write price. Go to resource picker, choose actions and 2xx and choose the price. And let's also add the update date from the resource picker, choose 2xx and the update date. Okay. Give the name for the screen element. Let's write display success patch, and go to footer, hide previous and pause, and let's write here the go to delete. When click this button, it will continue to HTTP delete action. Okay, we have done. Click done. We display the success messages. Here, we can also add the error messages here. Let's choose the screen element again. Choose display text and write name display patch error. And here, let's write our messages. There is a problem while implementing HTTP patch method. Here is the error. Let's choose our error message. This is our action, and this is our error messages. Okay, let's give label for this screen element. Display patch error. What footer, hide previous, and pause. Click done. Okay, patch part is finished. Let's add delete part to our flow. As I said in the beginning of this video, for delete action, we just need ID. We don't send any request body. So I don't want to add a new screen element to get the ID because we are getting ID from user in the beginning of the flow. I will use same ID for delete action. So I'm going to create a new action for HTTP callout. So choose the action and choose the HTTP callout. And let's give a name, HTTP delete callout, and choose the same name credentials. And this is our base URL, and click next. Give a label for the invocable action, HTTP delete invocable. Okay, and right now we have to choose delete method. Okay, in the path URL, we have to enter the path URL. Let's go to REST API website and click delete. And the path URL is same. Let's choose this one. Paste it here. And for the ID, we have to add ID as a key parameter. Let's put curly bracket and write the ID. This will be our key parameter, and choose the data type string. We don't need the query parameters. Let's skip this part. And since we want to implement the delete method, we don't need to give sample request body. So we will skip this part also. Okay, let's go to sample response, click new, and go to REST API website. And this is our response. Choose this one. Copy it here and review. And this is our data structure. We will get our messages as a string. And done. Okay, now we are done, and save. And we are on action page. Let's give the name for the action page, HTTP delete action. And since we have to send ID as a path value, let's assign ID from our screen element. Let's choose our screen element and choose the ID. This is ID coming from the screen element. and click done. Okay, everything is ready. This is the delete action. So we don't need any assignment because we don't need send any sample request. Again, the last step is to show the response. Let's add the decision element again. We can also copy this part, copy this element, and paste it here. Okay. Let's write new label. Is status pet 204. Let's write first delete this part and write delete. Okay. The label will be yes. Let's keep this like this. And this part is okay. And our response code is coming from the delete action. So choose our delete action and get our response code here. Okay, click done. Now we are ready for the decision. In the yes part, let's add a screen element to get the success message. Display text and give a name. Let's write display delete result. And let's choose our messages. As you see, the system will send our messages in JSON format. So we can choose this message in the resource picker, choose delete action, and choose the message here. Okay, and let's give a name for this screen element. Display success. Delete. And hide previous and pause. Okay, we have done. And let's add, we can also copy this one for the error messages. Paste it here. Let's click this one. You display this one. Display late error. And this is our, there is a problem while implementing HTTP late method. Here is the error, but this is patch action error. We have to choose delete action error. Let's choose the delete action, and this is our error message. And flow. Okay, I've already done this one, and let's go to write previous and pause. Okay, click done. Okay, we are ready. Let's say flow and give a name. Right, HTTP. You can give any name. HTTP patch late method and click save. We have all done. Our flow is ready. This part is patch action and this part is delete action. Okay, let's run it. But first we need to create a new record to update and delete. To do this, let's open our HTTP post method, which we have created in our previous video. to get the ID. And let's run this one. Let's give a name. Right. Lenovo. The CPU model Intel Core i14. Hard disk size 2 terabyte. Price, let's write 999. And the production year is 2024. And hit the post. As you can see, we have successfully created new record in external system. And here is the ID. We will use this ID. Let's copy this ID. And let's go to our flow to test it. This is our flow. Let's run it. Here, as you see, we will enter ID. This is mandatory. Let's put the ID, which we have created. This is our ID. And let's give the updated information. Right, Lenovo. Updated. And let's give the price 12.99. Okay, let's hit patch and update button. As you can see, we have successfully updated our record in external system. And here is the new information, the Lenovo updated and the price. And also you can see the updated date. This is the date and this is the time. Okay, we have implemented patch successfully. Let's see delete part. When I click go to delete button, it gets ID and fire the HTTP delete action. Let's click this one. Okay, as you see, we get the message from external system, object with ID, this one, and has been deleted. Okay, we have successfully deleted record from our external system. So in this video, I show how you can implement HTTP callout, patch, and delete method right from your Salesforce flow. In my next video, I'm going to implement a real scenario, which is about integrating Salesforce with ChatGPT by using Flow Builder. I suggest you not to miss this video. I hope you like this video. Please hit the like icon if you liked the video. I also kindly invite you to consider subscribing to my channel, Learn Salesforce. You'll receive notification whenever I upload a new video. I truly value your comments and engagement on my channel. All of them are greatly appreciated. Thank you once again for being part of this video. If you have any question, suggestion, or feedback, please feel free to reach out to me. See you next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.